Good evening and welcome to Birdland. Thank you for joining us and thank you for supporting live music. Just a couple of reminders before we begin our show. You are more than welcome to take photos, but please no flash. The use of audio and video recording is prohibited, and please keep all devices at eye level. Thank you. And finally, we ask that we keep all conversations to a minimum.
Look out now!
Ladies and gentlemen, Giordano and the Nighthawks.
That's real Will Anderson. Yay! Thank you so much. Welcome to Birdland. We are the Nighthawks. I am your leader for this little set here. I'll try to get most of the information right. My name is Vince Giordano. All right, thank you. That's a Duke Ellington song that we played for you called the Cotton Club Stomp. And we're going to play 2 Cotton Club Stomps here tonight. Yeah, that's the number 1. We're going to play number 2 later. And of course, it's by Duke Ellington. And transcribed by Andy Stein. And we had some great trumpet work by Joe Boga. And the alto work, I misread my little note here. That's Evan Arnson on the alto at the end. Things happen. This music is flying by. And then we had a great clarinet solo by Will Anderson. All right, Cotton Club Stomp. And we opened up with a little fanfare, the Universal Picture Fanfare, which we always like to play. And it's a wonderful tune that figures get people going. And I know it gets our drummer going, Paul Wells, because he gets a chance to do a timpani solo. He's got his timpani over there. Get a little timpani. And of course, that song was written by the great Jimmy McHugh, who wrote a lot of pop songs in the 30s and 40s and 50s. He decided to do something serious. So tonight, of course, we have this wonderful crowd here at Birdland on West 44th Street, and we also have a bunch of people that are tuning in on their computers via the live stream. It's a broadcast, and it's called Radio Free Birdland. So any of you people here in the audience or at home want to share that, just tell folks that they can get on YouTube and type in Radio Free Birdland and watch the show for free. Even make requests, but we won't get the requests till next week. All right, speaking with Duke Ellington, we're going to go back a few more years, and it's another Andy Stein transcription. Well, what do you know about that? This is before Duke got at the Cotton Club. He was at a club not too far from here, from where we are, called the Club Kentucky. And 1926, this is called, it was written in, and it's called The Creeper, which I have no idea who that was or what that was. But here it is. 1, 2, 1, 2. Duke Ellington, 1926. And well, we had so many little breaks and solos. John Kelso had a break here, and Joe Boga had a little break. We had a nice long trombone solo by Sam Chess. Sam Chess, there you go. And the original soloist on the Ellington band was a guy named Tricky Sam Nanton. So Tricky Sam, we have another Tricky Sam, Sam Chess. And now it's a Will Anderson solo on the alto. Nice. Hey, Will, why don't you tell the folks about your upcoming Birdland gig with your ensemble, please?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Uncle Vince. I did want to mention that I will be appearing upstairs with my own ensemble, along with my identical twin brother, Peter, who, by the way, he's 10 minutes older, but I'm 1 inch taller. So just keep that in mind. We'll be upstairs, and it's on October 20th. We'll be up there with our 15-piece ensemble, saluting a great clarinetist, a 1930s band leader by the name of Benny. Thank you. Benny Goodman, I forgot that. So check that out on October 20th. Also, I wanted to mention we have a merchandise cart this evening, and you can check out a lot of merch selling by many of the band members. I have an item for sale, and it's something called a book. It's called Songbook Summit. I wrote it, and it chronicles the anecdotes and life stories of many of America's great composers and performers, many of which we'll be saluting tonight, including Duke Ellington, George Gershwin, Irving Berlin, Cole Porter, and others. And I get asked often, did I use AI to write this book? The answer is yes.
What?
But I didn't use artificial intelligence. I used another type of AI. It's called Anderson intelligence.
All right. Man, all right, that's Will Anderson. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to slow things down and play sort of a bluesy number. It's sort of a bluesy number because it keeps changing between being a blues and then it gets to be a stomp and then back to a blues and vice versa. We generally don't play this at dances because the dancers get confused, so don't try to dance to this at home. Anyway, it's one of the last recording sessions of a guy named Bix Beiderbecke, B-I-X, Bix. People say, is that something about spiders, big spiders? No, Bix Beiderbecke, a wonderful cornet player and piano player from Davenport, Iowa. And in fact, if any of you folks are in the Midwest or want to go to the Midwest, July 30th to August 1st is the wonderful Bix Beiderbecke Jazz Festival. It's really great. We get some flyers. Good. We've been there a few times. It's amazing. It's so much history. The flyers are on our table. Take a look. There you go. Anyway, it's a band that was put together with Bix sort of leading it there with guys like Benny Goodman joined them and Jack Teagarden, Gene Krupa. Couldn't get any good guys, I guess. And it's a tune written by two fellows that Bix worked with in the Whiteman band, Manny Melnick and Frank Signorelli. And this is transcribed by our good friend Brad Kay out there on the West Coast, and it's called Deep Harlem. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tricky song, back and forth. That was John Kelso playing that Bix solo. Yep, all right. And then Evan Artson was playing the Benny Goodman solo. It was nice. Deep Harlem. And we had some nice lines there from Sam Chessel, Jack Teagarden, things. All All right. Big Spiderbeck. He lived to only be 28 years old, unfortunately, from Davenport, and he died here in Queens, New York in 1931. All right, here's a hot tune written by a fellow named James P. Johnson. James P. Johnson was the father of Harlem Stride piano playing. And he also wrote some classical things like Yamacraw, very talented fellow. He wrote the Charleston, If I Could Be With You an Hour Tonight, a whole bunch more. And his good friend U.B. Blake decided to record one of his tunes in 1931 called Thumpin' and Bumpin' by James P. Johnson. I think that's the only version of it, I think, but I could be wrong. 1, 2, 1, 2. You've got my heart thumping and bumping all the day through, right from the start, aching for something, making me blue. Hear it thump, hear it jump, hear it bump, hear it knock, hear it click, tick, 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 like a clock. You've got my heart thumping and bumping over you. Thumping and bumping. James P. Johnson. Andy Razaf wrote the lyrics on that. Andy Razaf was a great lyrics writer, mostly working with Fats Waller. There you go. That was arranged by a guy named Teddy Rath, R-A-P-H, a wonderful trombone player back in the 1920s and 30s, worked with Phil Napoleon and all that stuff. Thumping and bumping. Okay. Hey, we got to go to Detroit right now and play a song that was recorded by the great McKinney's band. McKinney's played at the Great Stone Ballroom. Pardon me, I got some, a lot of this music is pretty dusty, so I have a lot of dust up here. So it goes along with the charm, you know. Hello, Dusty, my old friend. I did that anyway. Great Stone Ballroom and the Gene Goldcat band was also there with Bix and Frankie Trumbauer, but the McKinney's band, they had John Nesbitt, trumpet player, and Don Redmond, wonderful saxophonist, arranger, singer, and they wrote this tune together. This was transcribed by our good friend John Riggle, and Coleman Hawkins was on this day too. Lots of different people show up in the McKinney's band, sometimes Fats Waller. So here it is, Miss Hannah, Miss Hannah. I think Isham Jones also recorded this. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keenest clothes, fortunate with bows. Everybody knows Miss Hannah I'm talking about. She never has a frown. She's the talk of the town. Men all gather round Miss Hannah. Now is she lovely? Oh boy, I mean, all the other girls in town go around on the scene. Does she have a style? And man with a smile, man would walk a mile for Hannah. Miss Hannah, woo! I'm talking about, yeah, that's kind of how Don Redman did. He did a little of that talk, sing. And there you go. Mark Lobin then playing that Coleman Hawkins solo on the tenor sax. Evan Arnson on the clarinet. Nice, we had some more Sam Chess on the trombone. That hot solo there on the trumpet was John Eric Kelso, who comes from the Detroit area and actually knew some of the guys from the original McKinney's band and got to play with them when they were very old and he was very young. And that's the way it goes. You got to meet these people while you can, and so great. All right, Miss Hannah, what do we got here now? Well, you know, one of the Nighthawks rules is that we take requests, but we don't play them. And this request came, I think, last March, yeah. So we're finally getting around to it. It's a tune written by a fellow named Frank Trumbauer. He was known for playing jazz or the C melody saxophone. One of the few guys do that, him and Jack Pettis, I would say. Here's some brass parts and a violin. And so he wrote this with a wonderful pianist and arranger by a guy named Dave Rose. Dave Rose was a monster. A great guy. I shouldn't use the word monster. People are always terrible. No, meaning he was a great string arranger. He wrote The Stripper, and went out to Hollywood, arranged tons and tons of stuff, and was married to Judy Garland and all that stuff for a while. And this is called Break It Down. And the great Russ Case arranged this about 1934. Here's some more parts. There you go. So we have to hand these things out so that the people can play these, because we've never seen this before. Break It Down, 1934. And I hope you're listening there. Uncle Joe, who requested this. Uncle Joe from Kokomo. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2. Break it down. Woo! Break it down. Hey, Will, I think that solo was actually Frank Trumbauer's solo. But you didn't bring your C melody sax tonight, did you?
Oh, sorry, I left it on the subway train.
Oh, man. Well, that's okay. I mean, if someone finds it, maybe we'll get another C melody jazz man out there, or not. Maybe that's what happens when you find instruments. Sometimes people take them up or they throw them off into the river. Either or. Great solo there by Petey Aaron at the piano and John Kelso on the trumpet. Nice. We're going to go to New Orleans right now, and one of the wonderful artists, which they were so many, is a guy named Jelly Roll Morton. Does anybody know that name, Jelly Roll Morton? All right, right. Well, I just want to let you know that there's a current fella out on the scene called Jelly Roll, right? And it's a different Jelly Roll. It's not the same guy, so I just want to clear that up before we start. He's in the news now and then. He gets married and divorced a few times. Whatever. Okay. Jelly Roll Morton, Jelly Roll Morton's real name was Ferdinand Lamenth. Ferdinand Lamenth, but he changed his name for whatever reason he did. And a great piano player, a wonderful composer, wrote a lot of standards in the early jazz. He claimed he invented jazz. I don't know if he did that. I don't think he did. But he liked to talk, and he could really play the piano and sang great, and he could put some fantastic bands together. And his band was probably one of the top hot bands for the Victor Company. At the time, it was called the Victor Talking Machine Company before it became RCA Victor. I know too much stuff. This is Georgia Swing, the Red Hot Peppers in 1928, with a little help from Jim DePogny and Alex Taku and Peter Yaron and Santo Bocora. Georgia Swing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Like I explained it to you. Yeah, all right. The Georgia Swing by Jelly Roll Morton. John Kelso on the trumpet. Peter Aaron played those nice Jelly Roll Morton notes. Yeah, man. And, yeah, Will Anderson on the clarinet. And our trombonist, Sam Chess, playing some nice New Orleans style trombone. Hey, I understand, Sam, you got a gig coming up this Sunday. Why don't you give Sam the mic and tell us about it?
Thank you, Uncle Vince. This Sunday, July 5th, this weekend's obviously a pretty momentous weekend. We got America's 250th, but also Louis Armstrong's 125th, exactly half as old. So if you come on out, it's free at Lincoln Center, the David Rubenstein Atrium. I will be leading a show with some tremendous musicians, including Vince Giordano on bass and tuba, Joe Boga on trumpet, representing Louis Armstrong, but also 4 other trumpet players, so you can really hear how Louis Armstrong approached stuff. It's going to be 90 minutes of like my favorite Louis Armstrong material, and yeah, it's free. So this Sunday, 6 p.m. I'll take that.
All right.
Yeah, so please come on out, 6 p.m. Sunday, July 5th.
Check it out on the website, folks. That'd be great. All right. Here's another request that we've been asked to do quite a long time ago, and but we're getting around to them. You know, it's everything comes through those who wait. That's what Al Jolson said on a record. Oh, I just dropped the piano part. Here you go. And this tune is from a show called Hello Daddy, and not Hello Dolly, Hello Daddy. Yeah, I just want to make sure you know about that. And it was an interesting show because it had a jazz orchestra in it, and I don't know all the history about Broadway, but usually Broadway shows at that time, you know, you might have one hot player, but not a whole band of hot players. They chose to use the great Ben Pollack band, and Ben Pollack had an amazing set of people in his band, like Jack Teagarden and Jimmy McPartland on the trumpet or cornet, and Gil Rodin. Ben Pollack sometimes played the drums, or Ray Baduch, and of course Benny Goodman was in there too. So, and the other crazy thing about it is this conductor comes over from Europe, who later became a big Hollywood fella, you know, doing Gone with the Wind and King Kong. His name was Max Steiner. And he says one of his first big gigs here in New York is try to deal with all these crazy jazz musicians, you know. Anyway, here's a tune called Out Where the Blues Begin, written by Jimmy McHugh and Dorothy Fields from Hello Daddy. And here it is. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Watch me kick up all my traces. I will find those silent places out where the blues begin. Take me where the men are plucky, where they guzzle old Kentucky. You'll survive it if you're lucky, out where the blues begin. I'll never see my old tuxedo there. Oh, and my old libido there. Oh, it's so deep to do. I'll be a regular He-Man. Let me ring and let me riot. Casting cactus for a diet. I can whoopee on the quiet, out where the blues begin. A couple of lyrics there. My tongue was perspiring, and John Kelso there on the Jimmy McPartland solo, and Benny Goodman was also not only a great clarinetist but alto saxophonist, and that was his solo that Will Anderson played, and of course that was Sam Chess playing the Jack Teagarden solo. Thank you. Here's a number we like to play quite often, like every show, because we love this fella named Louis Armstrong. I'm sure you've heard of Louis Armstrong, right? Yeah, okay. All right, here's a question. How many folks of you have been out to the Louis Armstrong house in Queens? You been there? Wow, it's a wonderful experience. Please, try to go out there. We have some of these flyers on our merch table there. It's just a great experience. This is where Louis lived. He rehearsed, he partied, he ultimately passed there, and his trumpets are there. In fact, both our trumpet players have had the great opportunity to actually blow on Louis Armstrong's trumpet. And anyway, Louis from New Orleans always talked about a fellow that was a little older than him, who helped him out a lot, from New Orleans, a guy named King Oliver, also known as Joe Oliver. Joe Oliver is his real name. King Oliver. But to Louis, he was called Papa Joe, because Papa Joe did so many things for Louis. He got him to leave New Orleans to join his band Chicago. His career skyrocketed, and he always said great things. So here's a song that Louis loved to play that was written by Papa Joe, Joe Oliver, King Oliver. It's called the West End Blues. Very, very important number in jazz and for Louis Armstrong. And here's John Kelso to play it for you. Sam Chess. Papo-da-do. Papo-da-do. Scap-ba-da-do. Da-zo-za-za-do. Da-da-do-da-do-da. Oh, da-da. Da-ba-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-do-do. Whoa. Give me a hand to those clarinets there. Makes me want to drink. How about a hand for Peter Yaron, do Earl Father Hines doing that great solo. Give him a nice hand. Yay! All right, John. All right. John Kelso. West End Blues. All right. John's got a great gig every Sunday at a place called the Ear. Ear Inn. I pull my ear because it's really cold here. Has anyone been out to the Ear Inn here? All right. Well, a couple people. It's a great place. It's a lot of fun. And occasionally the personnel of the band changes. So John calls it his Irregulars. Good. All right. And they got a new CD out. It's called Live at the Ear Inn. Had a great solo there by Sam Chess on the trombone. And you might have noticed our clarinet guys got into some tanglement there with the clarinet megaphones. There you go. Do you like the clarinet megaphones? We'll be selling them 3 for $25 at the. It's a bargain. I'm just kidding. It took me 30 years to get those things made. I'm not kidding you. The first one that was made, the guy gives it to me, and it looks like a Christmas tree. And I said, no. So anyway, I paid him his money and threw the Christmas tree in the garbage. Nothing against Christmas, that you can't play a Christmas tree, not that I know of. Back there on the piano, playing one of the great early solos of a jazz master named Earl Father Hines from Pittsburgh. And wonderful player he was, and still is, because we love his notes, and that was Peter Yaron at the piano. Yeah. And then we had some fantastic, interesting percussion work by our drummer, Paul Wells. He's got these little cymbals called baccarat cymbals, and that's what was used by Zooey Singleton. And I never could figure out what was going on that original recording. You listen, and it's so weird. It sounds like, I don't know, little cups putting together, but they're baccarat cymbals. Play for us. Yeah. Right. So if you ever see a set of those baccarat cymbals at a flea market or tag sale, call me collect. You know, we're always looking for another. Now, it's always great to listen to the original recording, which we all do and we'll do, and it might be also interesting to check out our recording of that tune, which we have over there. And it's an interesting format because you think it's just another long play record. Well, not really. It's actually a short play record. Short play because it's not at 33, it's at 78 RPM. What? Yeah. So make sure you have the 3-speed turntable, and that's it. You know, there's a lot of merch over there. John Kelso's got his CD, and Will Anderson's got his book. Who else? Evan Arson, he's got his CD, The Jazz Crush, right? Nice, that's it. So there's lots of stuff over there to check out, and you should really try to buy some. Also, hold on a minute. People ask me, where do you get all this old music? Well, it's hard to get these days because there's no more music stores in New York, and the publishers own these tunes, but they don't have them. The antique stores here in New York are gone, thanks to eBay. So we have a whole bunch of great Gatsby, Jazz Age sheet music right over there. And even if you don't play the music, you can put them up on your wall and look at them and say, I wonder what this tune sounds like. That's what I do. What the hell is this about? All right, now, very unique concept because I'm always coming up with new ideas. I wouldn't say great ideas, but new ideas. And back in the 1930s, there was a wonderful record company called Hit of the Week, the Hit of the Week. And they had a pretty good success rate. And I've decided to go through my collection. I've got over 60,000 arrangements. And this is a tune that was published by an up-and-coming publisher called BMI. And in 1941, they were publishing anything. They published a swing arrangement of Mary Had a Little Lamb and try to sell it. So many of these tunes are what we call dog tunes. And this is going to be Dog Tune of the Week. Dog Tune of the Week. And it's called Indiana Lullaby by two people I've never heard of. Okay. This is called, what's the name? Kay Toomey, Twomey. Remember Kay? Oh yeah, she was always dancing the Kazatsky, and the music was by Audrey Call, C-A-L-L, 1941. Okay, Indiana Lullaby. Good luck, everybody. And I might play this a little faster. They want to go slow, but I think if I play it fast, it's going to be over sooner. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. so bad. Indiana Lullaby. If you need a good, cheap tune with no residuals, I'm sure the publishers would gladly give it to you at no extra charge. Indiana Lullaby. Wow. Okay. Put that in one way. We won't play that one next year. When will we play that again, Peter Guerin?
In 2093.
2092. We'll be back with that. All right, let's put the charts away. And here's John Kelso to come up with a trad jazz tune of his choice. Oh, I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, what key do we normally do that in?
Whatever one you want to do.
Where do I sing that in?
You like B flat better?
Is it E flat or F? Hold on. Let me, because it's good.
C, maybe B flat?
B flat? That's a little hard. How about E
B
flat?
flat. Boy.
Boy flat? I'm gonna sit right down. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter, and or I'm gonna sit down and write myself an email too. 1, 2, I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet, they're gonna knock me off my feet. The kisses on your bottom, you'll be glad I got them. Smile and say I hope you're feeling better, and close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe I played the bass saxophone. When he made a great, many recordings and broadcasts, he just put that number up. I think it might have been written by Fred Allert, I think. But I could be wrong. You guys check it out.
Turk Alert.
Turk Alert, that's right, Turk Alert. And that was, of course, Evan Arnson on the clarinet. Yeah, beautiful. John Kelso on the trumpet. Nice. And Sam Chess on the trombone. Nice. Hey, nice to get a banjo solo. Devin Cortan. And then we started to switch it up a little bit, switch it up. I went over to the piano too fast, but I'm sorry about that, Peter, and sorry about that, Sam. I was so anxious to get to the piano, and when I got there, I said, what the hell am I doing here? But anyway, Peter Yaron switched over from his beautiful piano to play this little cheese box, this little instrument called the celeste or the celesta. Play a little of that thing for the folks. Oh yeah, nice, all right. Nice to get a little classical music there. All right, Peter, thank you very much. And then Andy Stein made a little switcheroo too, because he didn't play his violin or his baritone sax. He picked up this weird instrument called the phono fiddle or the Stroh violin. Did you notice that? Yeah, that's him. The rhythm section here, and I appreciate that one person that clapped for the bass sax solo. That's okay, don't give me any more. What we think here, what we say is the more you drink, the better it sounds. And the more I drink, the better I think it sounds. Let me see. How sweet it is. There you go. And playing that crazy timpani there, but playing a real great solo too, is Paul Wells. Paul Wells. Folks, if you want to learn about what's going on in the world of traditional jazz, ragtime, some early swing, I really suggest you check out this magazine called The Syncopated Times. Look it up on the internet, or you could pick up a free copy that we have here. It's normally $4 an issue, but we have a special rate for you folks here, free. Okay, it's not the most current one, but it's a very touching one because it has a wonderful story of a wonderful jazz musician who left us too early. We all knew him and loved him, and we played in this band a guy named Ken Poplowski. Remember Ken? Well, thank you. Please pick up the magazine. You could read about it and see, and maybe subscribe to it. It's the only magazine like this in the States that's really saluting traditional jazz and all that. And inside there is our card, our wonderful ad for Birdland, Mondays and Tuesdays, a 5:30 and 8:30 show, and like tonight, Tuesday at 5:30, we're doing our live stream, our broadcast, so to speak. It's free, Radio Free Birdland. And Birdland does this on Wednesdays and Thursdays also, so check it out. It's so much to see. How many folks at Birdland for the first time tonight? Okay, all right. Okay. How many folks are at Birdland for the last time tonight? Okay. All right. Well, we got that out of the way. Our pianist, as you know, did not play a piano solo. He played the little Celeste solo, Celestine. So we're going to give him a solo, and give me it nice and loud so I can announce it to the folks. Peter, what are you going to do?
It's going to be Blues in Thirds by Earl Hines.
Oh, man, Blues in Thirds with a little bit more of the great Father Hines, Earl Hines. Take it away. Peter Yaron with Father Hines' Blues in Thirds. Well, we took a little break over here while you played, Peter, and Sam Chess mentioned, hey, what are we going to do to celebrate Mel Brooks' birthday? I said, yeah, well, it was Sunday, and he might be tuning in, And all right, so let's play this song that you probably remember from that wonderful movie he did with the wonderful monster sings Putting on the Ritz. Young Frankenstein, that's right. Yeah. Remember that film? Well, it was written by Irving Berlin, the song was, way back in 1930. It featured a fellow named Harry Richmond, who was a wonderful Broadway star and also a film star. And then later on, lots of people covered it. So here's one for you, Mel Brooks. Happy 100th birthday. You don't look a day over 100. Okay. Putting on the Ritz. 1, 2, 1, go. Putting on the Ritz. Spangled gowns upon a bevy of high brown down on the levee, all misfits. Putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes. Every Thursday evening with her swell bows. Rubbing elbows, come with me and we'll attend their jubilee. See them spend their last 2 bits, yes sir. Putting on the Ritz. Okay, that was great. Well, I'm sorry to say we've run out of time. Yeah, but we have one more number to play. And we want to thank you so much for coming this evening, and you folks out there for tuning in. And this wonderful place, Birdland, has been going on for 77 years. Yeah, and one of the reasons why is because people like you coming out and supporting live music, jazz, so thank you. There you go. And another reason is all the wonderful people that play here at Birdland. If you check out this brochure on your table, it's just outstanding. There's so many different kind of groups. The Birdland Latin Orchestra, Stacy Kent, Scott Robinson, Jim Caruso's Cast Party, and the Count Basie Orchestra is going to be here. That's last month, okay. Well, there you go. I missed it. No, this is June. No, wait, that's June, okay. It was, well, I have an old copy here, but it doesn't matter. They were here. So, and what the heck, everything we're playing is in the past anyway. So, if you like what you heard tonight, please say something nice on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all that good stuff. And all you folks out there, I'm going to run around with this little card to give to you, and if you could, take a card for your concierge. Give to him or her and say, hey, I had a great time at this place called Birdland. That's all. That's enough of the advertisement. Well, we opened up our show with Cotton Club Stomp by Duke Ellington, and we're going to close our show with another Cotton Club Stomp. Duke Ellington was at the Cotton Club so long he wrote 2 Cotton Club stomps. And here's the second one, and it's going to feature all our soprano saxophones again. You heard some soprano saxophones, you're going to hear them again, whether you like it or not. 1, 2, 1,
2. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this Giordano The Nighthawks. Just a reminder, Vincent and Nighthawks are here every Monday and Tuesday at 5:30 and 8:30. If you can't make it back to this in person, I am always